everyone, and good morning. It's a Fox News alert. Bo Bergdahl will spend the rest of his life behind bars. The Army sergeant is now facing a rare military charge called behavior before the enemy on top of his previous charge of desertion. Well, here now to react is the widow of decorated Navy SEAL and legendary sniper Chris Kyle. Taya Kyle, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
And that's why we were showing that image when we were talking about Bo Bergdahl.
Well, the SEAL Team 6 is one of the units that was out searching for him when he disappeared originally. What's your thought about this, the exchange and now these charges?
Well, I have to admit I don't know all the details, so I'm always a little bit cautious. But my gut reaction is, why trade him for people that we know are very dangerous when he chose to not be with the American troops?
Right.
I find it curious why that would all be happening. And, you know, I do think that desertion, I mean, that's a pretty severe thing in the first place.
Sure.
But then befriending and doing things like that with the enemy, yeah, I just...
We had Judge Napolitano on earlier, and he said it could be actually something harder to prove, which means, because it carries a stiffer penalty, means it might prompt him to plead down the case. You know, he'll accept a lesser offense.
That makes sense, and from what I know of court trials, there are all kinds of strategical reasons for,
There's one thing I've been dying to talk to you about, and you have been told by others, hey, you know what, well, the trial's going on, we can't really talk about it. But Jesse Ventura read Chris's book, and Chris mentioned that he hit him, knocked him out. And Jesse said, it never happened, I'm going to sue you. And he took you to court. Meanwhile, Chris isn't here anymore to defend himself, and he wins. And he keeps saying, yeah, I won, but don't worry, he's a liar, and the insurance pays for anything. Taya doesn't pay for anything. What's the truth?
Well, so the hypocrisy there is infuriating to me a lot of times, and I do try to stay quiet and not give it much attention. But, you know, there were 11 witnesses in the trial, and it wasn't actually about the punch. The trial was actually about the things that he said, which he said to other people who testified to that fact. About? You know, just about our troops and things like that were not supportive remarks at the very least, and it was at a wake. And I think what's also infuriating is that when you get in the pattern of that, lying maybe or creatively telling things, there's no limit. So he said all sorts of things about me that aren't true about money, that
well, is
I am on the hook for the money.
Is insurance paying all this, all your fees?
No. No.
Is his award being paid by insurance?
No.
Or the book company?
They have a portion.
Like
no.
Right.
You know, so you're paying some of it.
I mean, they started collections that were stopped on me. So that's the other thing is, like, really, you're going to start collections on me for the money, but then get out and say that I'm not on the hook?
Yeah, one of the other things is your side had agreed if it's a hung jury, we'll take that. Unfortunately, it was a hung jury. If you had it to do over again...
Well, okay, so that was our biggest mistake because he had the burden of getting a unanimous verdict.
Right.
And he didn't.
He couldn't get it.
And we accepted it because, honestly, we were probably too confident that with all of the witnesses and material we had on topic, surely there's no way a jury could be that, could have missed it that much.
Well, we hate that you're still dealing with this. You lost your husband in America, lost a hero, but something that's going to bring a smile to your face, I hope. You get to judge the Miss America competition. What's that like for you? When is that happening?
Well, so that happens this weekend, and it's definitely something very different for me. And so I think it's going to be fun. You know, hopefully it's something different where I'm not always talking about the pain or in tears or something, you know. And honestly, this program gives out more scholarships than any place, I think, in the entire country. And a lot of these women are valedictorians, salutatorians, they do community service. So I feel like, in that way, I feel good about being involved in something like
and Earl Gretchen Carlson, of course, is a Miss America. He's still very active in it. But you have Mr. Wonderful also from Shark Tank, who's going to be a fellow panelist.
Yes.
What's it going to be like knowing you're sitting next to a guy who's right about everything?
Well, I was going to say, I've sat next to people like that before. So,
okay, that's fine.
Christina, bring that on over. Tell us a little bit about this. We understand that Botech is trying to help with your charity activities, and they've got a special edition, Chris Kyle Frog Foundation bow.
Yeah, it's the legend bow, and so Botech makes some of the best bows in the industry. I was just gonna. Yeah, it's we've sold a limited edition, but number 2 in the series, 0002, is up for auction with proceeds benefiting veterans and the Chris Kyle Frog Foundation. So it's awesome though. It's got like the flag colors and the Chris Kyle legend on it.
He could bow hunt too?
Oh my gosh, he loved archery. Literally, while the kids were at sports practice, you'd see them on the side, just just shooting a target and stuff. Yeah.
Here's the bigger question. I know you like to hunt. Do you do this?
I want to, and I have one that I'm so excited about learning how to use.
Well, you know what? Do we have an
Let's
arrow?
go outside.
What about right now? You guys
Yeah,
have
I mean,
any
just
arrows we can
just
shoot
hit
into
it
the
over
crowd?
there. Yeah.
After the show,
Yeah. But it's
That's
therapeutic,
exciting.
truly. Like, I know that. I know so many people who do it just for target practice.
Those things are so powerful.
Man, it
and
sounds
it's
like
really
we should
cool.
get you like a camo beauty crown.
I mean, do
You
it,
know?
girl. Wear it. I'll wear it.
Taya, thank you very much for joining us.
you,
Good
Taya.
luck in Atlantic City.
Yes, Atlantic City.
Yeah,
thank you.
September 13th.
Yep.
Be Sunday.
Coming up.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Okay.